Okay, I should be live now. Hi everyone. Do you remember this game? I don't know what this is. Does anyone know? Who is this guy? Where am I? Anyways. Welcome. It's Ace Attorney time once again. I got my law degree for real this time. I have the degree. Boys are back in court. We're gonna be playing Justice for All, which is the second in the trilogy of Penis Wright. Yeah, I can't do any other episode game. Let me know how the volume is and such. Lost Turnabout. How'd I get into this mess? It's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What the? What? What? What have I done wrong?
I cannot allow you to go on like this.
But I'm just a simple defense attorney.
Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title.
So hi, Everest. Welcome. He's dead. That's the end of the game. That's the end of the game. I hope you enjoyed. Kidding. Phoenix, believe in yourself. Ugh, what a nightmare. I bet it was this ringtone that caused it. Ugh, I really shouldn't be dozing off right before a trial starts anyway. Huh. Looks like they hung up. Good, I finally found it. Who is this guy? Talk about a close call. I hate to do this to you, but... it's nothing personal, Mr. Attorney. I don't know who this guy is. He wasn't in the last game. A few minutes later, District Course, Defendant Lobby number 1. My head! It's throbbing. Why does it feel so foggy in there? Good morning! Good morning. What's wrong? You don't look well. People are their best at first thing in the morning. Where's that fighting spirit? Sorry, but can you please turn the cheeriness down? My head sort of hurts. Roger that. Am I in trouble or something? Huh? Trouble? Wait, never mind. You're a policewoman, right? I thought maybe I had done something wrong. What are you talking about? I'm the one in trouble. What? I'm placing my life in your hands today, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Life in... my hands? You promised me! You said you would prove that I was not guilty. Not guilty. Just when I thought all hope was lost, when all the other lawyers had laughed me off. Leave it to me, you said. You, the one and only Phoenix Wright, came to save the day. And just like that, I was moved to tears, sir. I'll never forget what you're doing for me, ever. What is this girl babbling about? Actually, I really love to watch court proceedings, and I always root for you to win. When I'm off duty, I like to come here and... What's wrong? You've been acting really strange, and you keep staring at me. You're making me kind of nervous, sir. Oh, sorry. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So this might sound bad, but, who are you? What? Mr. Wright, how can you say that? How can you do this to the fragile heart of a girl about to go on trial? You're absolutely horrible. No, I mean, I didn't mean it like that. Is this how a defense attorney treats his client, sir? I can't believe this. No, it's just, well, I think you have the wrong person. Yes? Who am I? Oh god, why am I drawing a blank? Trial will begin shortly. The defendant and her lawyer proceed to the courtroom immediately. The trial's about to start. I'm counting on you in there, okay? I guess I must have amnesia. Let's see, what can I piece together? From the sounds of things, it's probably safe to say that I'm a defense attorney. And that girl. I'd say I'd prove her not guilty. Ugh, I can't believe I made such an irresponsible promise. Someone please. Tell me this is just a bad dream. Why do I get the feeling this is one dream I won't be waking up from? Oh boy, our good boy, our good man. He's got amnesia.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bride. Or Maggie Bird. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. What is it, Mr. Wright?
Are you talking to me?
Do you see any other defense attorneys here?
I guess not.
Now then, are you ready?
I guess I should say yes for now.
Are you ready, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. Wait a sec. If her life is in my hands, I should really do the responsible thing. Actually, you see, Your Honor, my memory is kind of...
The court will not hear the defense's excuses. Because the defendant is a member of the police, this case is under great scrutiny. Therefore, we must take this trial fair but swift. I believe I have told you this before. I hope you're not telling me you've forgotten.
Actually, I have.
Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. Yes, Your Honor. As I'm sure you're well aware, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. What's worse, her lover was a fellow police officer.
A policeman? You did what to a policeman? It wasn't me. And besides, Dustin and I, we weren't lovers like that.
In any case, the prosecution will prove that the guilty party is none other than the defendant. Very well. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness. It's been a while, Mr. Wright. Let's see what you've learned since last time. I won't show you any mercy this time, rookie.
Okay. And who are you again?
The prosecution calls Detective Dick Gumshoe to the stand.
Here we go. Don't let me down, Mr. Wright. Nowhere to hide. Oh, I'm so dead. Balding. Everyone's making fun of Payne's balding head, or is it the judge? Either way, someone's balding.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir.
You don't look very well, detective.
Well, sir, the defendant, she works under me, so, you know. You work under that detective? Yes, sir. And while I was a trainee, he was always watching out for me, sir. He's such a wonderful guy, sir. I'll never forget what he's done for me. Okay, calm down. I believe you.
Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Yes, sir. It happened at the park near headquarters, Expose Park. The victim was one of the local cops, Dunstan Prince. He was pushed down from the branches on the upper path, sir. The landing beat his body up bad and snapped his neck.
The details are listed in the report that was distributed yesterday. Yes, this is autopsy report, correct?
Why do I not remember getting a copy?
I see everything is in order here. Even the estimated time of date is unusually well documented.
The victim's watch stopped from the impact of the landing, sir. The results of the autopsy confirm the time of death.
If I may, Your Honor, the prosecution would like to submit this photograph. Very well, the court accepts it into evidence. Now then, I recall at yesterday's preliminary hearing, a very important piece of evidence was brought to our attention. Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Yes, I guess.
Mr. Wright, is your head on right today? There was a very crucial piece of evidence found under the victim's body. Was there?
Have you lost your mind? Well, actually, It's just nerves. Give me a second. What? How can you talk like such an amateur? I thought you were a pro, sir. Alright, sir. I'll help you through this. At a time like this, maybe you ought to take a glance at the court record. Court record? Yep. Info about evidence and people involved with this case are all listed there, sir. You can look at the court record by pressing the R button. The, R button, huh? You really know what you're talking about, don't you? It's too bad I'm a cop, right? Just think, I could totally be a legal aid instead.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
court is in session. Save your chit-chat for later.
Sorry, Your Honor. Well, I guess I'd better check the court record. See what I could find. What was it again? The R button?
Alright, Mr. Wright, let's see if your notes are in order. What was the piece of evidence found underneath the victim's body?
Why would I know that? Oh man, look at all these old save files. Oh, we could check the court record. Found under the victim's body. Now I have amnesia. I don't remember this game. What is this game? Who are these people? That's simple, Your Honor. Broke a pair of glasses.
That's right.
The victim grabbed his killer's glasses as soon as he was being shoved, sir, and held onto them as he fell. Hey, why are you giving me the evil eye? Those glasses you're wearing. Yes, this is my spare pair. But these glasses they found at the scene of the crime are not mine. I swear, sir. You sure about that? Look, it was coincidence that on that same day I accidentally stepped on mine. Coincidence, she says. Ugh.
Your Honor, I have further evidence to present. Oh, you have more? And this evidence is very decisive. Very well. Let's hear from our witness about this evidence.
Also, hi, New. Welcome. Hi, everyone. Phoenix Wright is a game that's so text-heavy. I don't really get to say hi to everyone, but hi, everyone. Welcome. Phoenix Wright 2 is here. There's something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. During his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area, but he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. With this piece of evidence in the glasses, it's hard not to say she's the culprit.
This is a picture of the writing, Your Honor. Why, this is... Yes, I can see her name is clearly written here. The prosecution would like to submit this picture. Understood. The court accepts it into evidence.
As if the glasses alone didn't make you look suspicious. The victim even wrote your name as clear as day on the ground. But I already told you! Those glasses aren't mine! And how do you explain his dying message? It's a conspiracy! I'm not guilty, sir!
Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Cross-examine. This is it. I'm counting on you. Sure, but, what am I supposed to do? What? This isn't like you at all. Normally, this is the part where you'd get in the witnesses' faces. Get in their faces and do what? I guess there's no way around it. Okay, I'm going to lend you a hand. The prosecution's witnesses all hide things from the court, which means they lie from time to time. Lie? But isn't that detective your superior? Well, even if they don't mean to lie, sometimes people just remember things wrong. Like that detective. He does look sort of like a scatterbrain. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's bad for us, sir. That's what, when you question witnesses, you have to find and expose their lies.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Talk about trial by fire. Here goes nothing. As long as I can expose the lies, we should be alright. Let me get a drink before we start this cross-examination. Gotta drink a lot of water tonight. I had a lasagna dinner. Like, marinara sauce always makes me thirsty. Probably should have bought another bottle. I only have a couple here. Yeah, I'm living Garfield's dream tonight. It's great. I have what he wants. There's something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. About those glasses. Do you have any proof that those belong to my client? The lenses are for nearsightedness and are almost the same strength as hers. Even the frames look kinda like the one she's wearing in her ID, pal. What should I do now? Hold it. Almost and kinda are really not good enough in a case like this. Do you have more definitive proof? Is there something that clearly links the defendant with those glasses? The dirt and the sand rubbed out any traces of fingerprints or anything else. So, what are you saying, detective? Is that you have nothing that proves these glasses are my client's? Something like that.
What? I see.
So there is no proof. Wow, that was amazing! I could totally feel it down in my gut. It's always good to save while we're pressing. Now, you're sure he was pushed and that's how he fell?
Yeah, pal. If you look at the wounds on the victim's body, there's no way it was anything else.
Please continue with your testimony, detective.
Anyway, the victim fell pretty hard. But he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed.
The culprit's name?
Yeah, I was surprised too. I didn't want to believe it, but...
Was the name of that of my client? Why is the defendant the co-counsel instead of Maya? Well, in the ending of the last game, like, Maya went away. So I don't know when Maya's coming back. I don't know if she comes back at this game, or the next game, or never. I don't know. Are you absolutely certain?
Sorry, pal. That's what it said. There's a picture of it. No matter which way you look, it still says Maggie.
He's got a point. Hey, hold on! Huh? Don't hum me! I know the picture says Maggie, but now that she mentions it, something does feel off about the picture. That's how you know you found a contradiction. Now hurry up and present some evidence. So that's what spotting a contradiction feels like. I'd better check the court record again. You can present people's profiles in this one. I don't know why I didn't read that one also. I was just trying to skip through. It was like on impulse. I was like, I gotta skip through. I gotta reread all of them. Wait, I didn't mean to press. Let's see. Whoa, Dustin. What the fuck? Wait, I didn't mean to press again. I'm trying to present. I have to relearn the controls. Can take a closer look at photographs. Wait a minute. Oh wait, no, he wrote there. Nope. Can't present profiles. Know the contradiction. I don't fucking know. That was a shot in the dark. Everyone's saying it's simple. Look at the name. It says Maggie. Wait Are you fucking kidding me? What is it? What's come over me? Without thinking, I just blurted out objection, and I yelled at the top of my lung, finger outstretched, ready to take on my opponent. What a rush. Detective Gumshoe. You talking to me, pal? Please state the defendant's name for me.
What are you trying to prove with this futile exercise, Mr. Wright?
You'll see. This is a very crucial line of questioning. Actually, Mr. Payne, you can answer. The defendant's name, if you please.
Where is this ridiculous question coming from? The defendant's name is, Maggie Bride.
I think someone needs to check the court record.
What? It says right here that it's Maggie Bride.
Ah! It looks like the bird caught the cat napping. What's going on here? I have no idea either, sir. As you can see, the victim did indeed leave a name, Maggie. However, the defendant's name is actually spelled M-A-G-G-E-Y. This is a blatant contradiction of facts.
No!
How about that? Haha, I hadn't even noticed.
But maybe the victim didn't know how to spell her name correctly.
May I remind you that it was you who said the defendant is accused of killing her lover. If they were truly lovers, it would be impossible for him to not have known her name.
No! This is very true. Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. Are you absolutely certain that the defendant and the victim, Dustin Prince, were in fact lovers? Yes, I am quite certain, Your Honor. They were a well-known couple in the police force. Detective Gumshoe, please testify for the court the relationship between the victim and the defendant.
Yes, sir. Officer Prince and Officer Bird had been going out for about half a year. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. Maggie, I mean Officer Bird, had gotten Officer Prince a present. It was something that she had bought over 2 months ago. I should know, because she came to me to ask what she should get for him.
Oh, those two sound like they were close. Nevertheless, tragedy struck. Yes, I see. You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Wright.
Officer Prince. How do you know about this? Every year in March, we have a training camp for us cops. Officer Bird was a rookie at the time, and she and Officer Prince seemed to hit it off. They got close, I take it. Actually, I was supposed to go too, but I couldn't pay the deposit for the trip, so I didn't. If only I'd gone on that trip.
What is it?
Oh, nothing, sir, really. Anyway. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. Marriage? But wasn't the victim 8 years older than her? What? You saying a guy's gotta marry someone the same age as himself, pal? No, that's not what I meant at all. That's what I meant. Detective Gumshoe and Dustin were only a year apart, you know. I think this fella's got a ways to go before marriage. Mind your own business, pal. The day of the incident, you mean September 6th? Yeah. The victim, Officer Prince, had just gotten off duty at 5:30 p.m. that day. And since Maggie's night shift hadn't ended yet, they went to the park for a bit. Ah, I remember when I was young in love. Oh, it was a jolly time. That's great, Your Honor. I'm glad you're such a cheerful old man. You seem to know a lot about the defendant. Well, that's because, I'm her boss, and I've got to watch out for my subordinates. But even what she was going to give as a present, isn't that going a bit too far? Hey, pal, watch what you're saying. I know everything that happens under me. If someone so much as scratches their... I really don't need to know that much.
Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness.
I agree. Even if this witness has a crush on the defendant, that should not be the point of discussion at this time. Whoa, wait a second. Why are we talking about this? It's all your fault, pal. You're guilty, guilty, guilty. I should have you arrested. I think the good detective is about done here. Over 2 months ago. Yep, she's a very considerate woman, pal. So, what was this birthday present? She got him a glove.
A single glove? Why would she only give them one? Actually, Your Honor, the glove in question is a baseball glove. Oh, I see. A baseball glove.
Officer Prince was a huge baseball fan. A baseball glove. Just now, I believe you said that the present was something she had bought over 2 months ago. Yeah? Are you saying she bought the glove at a store that far in advance? Nah, nothing like that, pal. Then, what is it like? She ordered it. It was custom made. Custom made? The glove was custom made? Yep, that's what I said.
So the glove was custom made. Your Honor, I really don't see how this glove is related to this case. Yes, it would seem there is little relevance. What do you think, Mr. Wright?
Oh, he's probably gonna ask my thoughts. I'm gonna say,
do you think that this glove is really relevant to this case?
I don't know where this will lead me, but... Of course it is relevant. That glove is the key to this whole case. Yes, bluffing to the max. Now this is the Mr. Wright I know. I'm so happy you're back, sir. I was wondering how long it'd take. This is great. Pressing people. It feels like I've done this before. As if I used to do this to squeeze information from even the most tight-lipped people.
Very well. If you are that convinced, then let's hear some more about the matter.
Actually, I brought the glove with me today.
And? Why didn't you say so earlier? Hurry up and show the glove to the court.
Well, I didn't think it had anything to do with this case. Anyways, this is it, sir.
It's, rather yellow, isn't it?
Officer Prince really liked the color yellow. And that's why you had to special order it? Yep, that's right. And that and one other reason.
I think this court has heard enough. It is clear that the victim and the defendant were involved with each other.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
Now, if that is true, it brings us up an important question. Was the name Maggie really written by the victim? I see your point, Your Honor. Detective Gumshoe, please tell the court a little bit more about the name on the ground.
Yes, sir. We first looked into the handwriting. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. There were also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. From this, we could confirm that the victim wrote this name with his right hand.
Yes, a perfectly logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. But can you really determine handwriting based on a sample written in sand? This is why amateurs are amateurs. We're not a bunch of simpletons, pal.
Scientific investigation in this country is actually pretty good.
I believe it's time to get back to the real point. Agreed, Your Honor. So, what was the result of the investigation?
Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting.
So, in the end, you couldn't confirm it.
Hey, don't you look down on us. I told you, we're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Everyone knows you can't find out everything you want with scientific investigation.
I've never heard that before. Me neither.
Nor I.
I never heard anything like that at the police academy, sir.
Okay, so I made it up. Anyway.
His pointer finger.
You know, the one you're always pointing and waving around in people's faces?
Don't tell me it bothers you.
Every time you do it, I have a mini heart attack. It's like you're trying to kill me, pal.
In any case, you had examined the victim's index finger, correct?
Yeah, we figured there should be something on his finger if he had been writing in the sand.
And the results?
And what does that prove?
Well, proves that he did write that name with his own finger.
Yes, which explains why there was sand stuck under his nail.
I guess he's right.
And there's more. There were also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground.
Scratches on his skin?
Yep, yeah, you can't really see them with your naked eye, but they're there.
That is incredible.
Sure is. That's the power of scientific investigation. They're so small we had to use a magnifying glass, like a really strong one. It's got that really scientific sounding name.
You mean a microscope?
Yeah, that's it. We used one of those and that's how we found them.
I can't believe this guy doesn't know what a microscope is. Are you absolutely sure?
I believe in the power of science.
I wonder if my evidence is solid enough to counter with. Listening to this, you would think there was only one conclusion. The name was definitely written by the victim. But don't you think that would be really strange, sir? If Dustin really wrote that message with his right hand, do you think I would have gone through that much trouble to get him his present? The present? What about it? Wait, no, I didn't mean to press. It has to be Banana Glove. Detective Gumshoe, take a look at this.
That's the glove, right?
Could you tell the court what is special about this glove?
What's special? Never really thought about it, but, it's really yellow. And that's about it.
Yes, it's really yellow, but that is only one of its qualities.
Huh?
There's another reason why it's special.
And what would that be?
It's very simple. This glove is made for a left-handed person.
Left-handed?
Why, you're absolutely right. This glove is made to be worn on the right hand.
That is why it had to be custom-made. I have never seen a yellow left-handed glove for sale. Have you?
Well, no.
So, Detective, which hand did the victim use to write the name with again?
That's easy. Look, it's obvious from this picture that it was his... Wait a sec.
Don't forget that the victim was left-handed.
Ah!
I object. Overruled. Mr. Wright, I would like to know what your line of reasoning proves.
There's only one conclusion that can be drawn. A left-handed person could have not written a message with his right hand. Therefore, the person who wrote the name Maggie could not have been the victim.
Order! Order! When you think about it that way, then yes. It is not possible that this name was written by the victim himself.
And that means Maggie is...
No, that's not possible! Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor? The evidence the prosecution has presented has failed to prove the defendant's guilt. In fact, I believe you have proven her to be innocent. No!
All right, you did it, Mr. Wright. Whew, I feel like I can breathe again.
It seems that we have reached the conclusion. You did a fine job once again, Mr. Wright. Me, Your Honor?
Ah, well, thank you, sir. See, you got complimented by the judge again. You're really good. And that's why you can't give up being a lawyer, sir.
Are you joking? I'm more than ready to retire.
I will now announce my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird. No, not yet! I mean, please give me a few minutes, Your Honor. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Payne? The prosecution is not finished yet.
What do you mean?
We would like to call our next witness to the stand.
What?
And what did this witness, witness? The moment the victim was pushed to his death. What's more, he saw the very face of the culprit.
Oh, what the heck?
Order! Order in the court! I believe a recess is in order. Afterwards, we will hear from this new witness.
I had a feeling that was just a bit too easy. I need more info. I'll have to see what I can find out during this recess. I can't let my guard down. It's only gonna get tougher from here.
Court is adjourned for recess.
To be continued. How's everyone doing tonight? How are you all doing? This is our quiet moment where we just chat for a minute while I get some water. I like how immediately I see I'm good and then I'm evil. We got both sides of the coin right here. And I'm glad to see it. It really... The Gay Furby stream is all about diversity in our moods. But I'm excited to be doing Ace Attorney again. This series is pretty good. From what I've played. I mean, it's pretty good. Off topic here? Tell us about it. What's off topic? Ooh, I need a stretch. Ugh. Make sure to stretch. You can't just sit in a chair all day. It doesn't do wonders for your back. You gotta stretch every so often. That's my streamer advice. Especially if you're a streamer. God, don't just sit in a chair all the time. You gotta get up. Fall is clearly coming to Germany. Is it like that for y'all too? I mean, yeah, I haven't really had to turn on my AC today. It's been an average temperature. At least it's been better than it's been. Big Chungus. Ooh. It's been getting cooler. Thought about it because he said that the summer is kind of hard on you. Yeah, I hate the heat. I hate the heat. Summer sucks. I get upset when it's too hot. So I'm pretty okay with the temperature it's at now. I'm a bit sweaty, but I'm doing better than I was when it was like I had to fucking keep my AC on for hours before stream. I'm gonna be so happy when the fall comes. Oh my god. I cannot wait to do a bunch of, like, Halloween-themed streams this year. I guess I don't have any other time to talk about future streams but some of the Halloween stuff I have planned. I was going to, I think on the first day of, like, September, I want to play Zombies Ate My Neighbors on SNES. Have any of you guys heard of that game? Because I think that game fucking rules. I love Zombies Ate My Neighbors. It's been years since I played it. I probably wouldn't be able to finish it. Because Zombies Ate My Neighbors is hard as fuck. But, I would love to play a little bit of it. Show it off. It's also got a good OST. It's a small OST, but, like, look up, like, Zombies Ate My Neighbors OST. It's got good music. Play Plants vs. Zombies. That wasn't something I planned on doing. But I got that. I'm thinking of stream Sims 2 DS. Yeah, that'll be my first Sims playthrough ever. I've never played Sims in my life. So it'd be good to do the DS one that is like a horror game. Have I played SA and SA2 on stream yet? Sonic Adventure? Yes, I've played both of the adventure games. I played both of those last year, God. Now that I'm thinking about it. Those were both last year's streams. That's so long ago. It feels like just yesterday I was playing Sonic Adventure. Probably because I played Sonic Adventure this year, but that's beside the point. Yeah, it was before you joined. It's all archived. I mean, to be honest, I probably wouldn't redo the Sonic Adventure 2 stream. I'm pretty satisfied with how that went. Sonic Adventure 1 is a possibility, because that was very early on when I started streaming, and there were, like, weird hiccups, and I was playing an emulated version of the Dreamcast version, which, by the way, doesn't emulate super great. Sonic Adventure 2 emulates way worse, which is why I just did the Steam version of that, but, SA1, it was, like, tolerable, but it didn't go super well, and also because I didn't stream for that long back then. I only streamed for like a couple of hours at most. That stream kind of dragged on more than it needed to. It was like 5 separate streams. If I did it nowadays, it'd probably be like 2 or 3. How do I differentiate what streams need remasters? I mean, anything that I feel like I could potentially do more justice to, that would probably be it. For example, like, you know, Super Smash Bros. Brawl Subspace Emissary, funny when I did it, but because I did it before I had a fucking capture card, the cutscenes were all glitched. And that's like half of the reason why you play Subspace Emissary. It would literally only play the first cutscene there. That would be something I would redo. Something like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, I'd probably do the post-game of, but I don't think I'd ever remaster that. I think my Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Skystream is fine as is. That's something I wouldn't redo. Ahead in Time, I probably wouldn't redo either. Stuff like that. It's like specifically like very early stuff that I'm just like, yeah. Yeah, more of a technical thing and not a personal evolution. I think I still have the same bad sense of humor I had in like January of 2019 when I started the stream. I'm still the same schmuck. And I mean, it could happen, a personal evolution thing, but, I don't know. I feel like if I went too hard on, like, redoing streams I'm not happy with, like, I would just be constantly redoing streams. For example, like, Super Mario Galaxy 1, that I would consider redoing, because that was kind of marred by the fact that I had so many technical difficulties because my internet was just not good for it. That I would potentially redo. And I mean, it's Mario Galaxy 1. It's like one of the best games ever made. I'd have no issue doing that. Changing again, but people say, please never change as a compliment, but I find it horrifying to hear. I will inevitably change. I'm the same right now. I'm not scheduled for my, change yet. I'm the same schmuck. Really. War has changed. Change is good, yeah. But I don't think it would be good to stay in the past and just redo games forever. Especially because I still got so many different games I could do. I could pick, like, I have, like, fucking, like, 50 games on my shelf that I've never touched that I could play. Play Fall Guys, lol. I wouldn't be opposed to that, to be honest. I don't own the game, but it looks fun. I know it's like the streamer bait game at the moment, but if it's fun, streamer bait. I did Mario Galaxy 2, not Mario Galaxy, Mario Maker 2. That's like streamer bait. I didn't play Fortnite. I missed that train. I haven't done a lot of the popular horror stuff. I missed out on that. I don't think I've really played a lot of, like, quote-unquote streamer bait. It's just that, like, usually the kinds of games that get called streamer bait are not really the kind of games I'm super interested in. Like, I can appreciate the work put into Five Nights at Freddy's, and I think the guy who made it, Scott Cawthon, he's a respectable guy. But I probably wouldn't play, like, Five Nights at Freddy's. Also, yeah, I think, like, streamer bait is just kind of, like, defined as, like, game that, like, appeals to, like, what YouTubers and, like, streamers would think is, like, easy for, like, their audience to be like, whoa, they're playing the funny game! More like that. Like, a game won't necessarily be made with that in mind. But it's just, like, if a streamer's playing it, and the audience is immediately like, holy shit, everyone loves it! Like, that's usually what's classified as quote-unquote streamer bait. I don't even think it's that good of a term. I think it's kind of a dumb term. Like, if it's a video game. There's very few video games that have been made that I think are intentionally, like, streamer bait. You know? I feel like not a lot of video games go in and are like... Yeah, it's like when they make half-ass meme games for streamers to play. That's more like what I would define streamer bait, but it's not like the more generally accepted use of the term. I'm glad you briefly turn into a robot when you say streamer bait. I have to do it. I have to emphasize it. By the way, also going on... Before I forget, since there's a decent amount of people here, I would like to announce that I'm going to be doing another big stream alongside this Phoenix Wright Justice for All. I'm going to be starting Pokemon Coliseum real soon, maybe even tomorrow. Coliseum is one of my favorite games of all time, and it's one of the lesser played Pokemon games. But anyone who's played it knows. Like, I see New getting excited. Coliseum is dope. I'm excited to play that and show it off for the people who have never touched it. It's weird. In a series as big as Pokemon, a lot of the spin-offs, like, I don't think any of the Pokemon spin-offs really have the notoriety of something like the Mario spin-offs. Like, I would say Pokemon, like, main series games probably outsell, like, main series Mario games usually. But, like, well, maybe not. That's a little much. But, you know, Pokemon side series don't really do as well as, like, a Mario side series. Like, you put Mario Party on a console, it's gonna do well. You put Mario Kart on a console, it's gonna be the best seller of all time. Pokemon Conquest is something I could play at some point also. I've never played Pokemon Conquest. I know it's like a strategy RPG. I played a couple of those in my time. I played Mario Rabbids. I played a Fire Emblem. That's my experience with strategy RPG. Coliseum sold around or less than 2 million copies. Yeah, and it was on the GameCube, which no one gave a shit about the GameCube at the time. Like, a lot of people have nostalgia for the GameCube now, but we all have to admit that, like, at the time, the GameCube did fucking shit. Nobody bought a GameCube when it was new. It had great exclusives, but, you know, it just didn't capture consumer interest like the PS2 did. The PS2 makes both the GameCube and the Xbox look pathetic. And that's not me trying to incite a console war. I'm not trying to incite a console war. I'm not insulting the GameCube. The GameCube is a good console. It has great exclusives. Oh my god, did the PS2 outsell it. The PS2 makes every console look bad in comparison in terms of sales. I love to carry around my Nintendo Cube. Anyways, I think we've been talking for a while. Let's continue the game, shall we? Let's continue Penis Wright. Amnesia? Oh, I can't believe my lawyer's trying to defend me in such a state. Why didn't you tell me, sir? I'm sorry I didn't mention it to you. Oh, I know what to do. I heard you can fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. Come on, lower your head a bit. A Maggie kick should be all you need. No. I think I'll pass on this one. Come on. I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problems. Well, my head's one problem you won't be tackling today. Well, we're here to solve your problems first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? Of course, I'd be honored to. Well, I guess we'll start with my name and then I can tell you about me. No, that's okay, really. I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So my name is Phoenix Wright. What a weird name. This is serious. You really don't remember. I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back and maybe it'll help. This is a business card. I got this from you. It's my most prized possession. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? Okay. There's some numbers written on the back. Oh, that's your cell phone number. I guess for now we should stop talking about me and start talking about this case. This case? Yep. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know? What can I tell you? I can't think of anything other than the incident with that cell phone, but... Cell phone? Yeah, your eyes lit up when we talked about it at the detention center, sir. Hurry up and tell me then! This might be very important. Okay, Roger. It was on the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m. I picked up on a lost cell phone while on a walk with Dustin. All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Hello? Oh, thank you, I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. Dracula-ass music. We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did. So where is this phone you found now? I gave it to you yesterday. Huh? To me? Oh, shit, is that the phone in my pocket? You mean this? Do you think it has anything to do with the murder? I don't really know, but if my eyes lit up... you were here all along. You're so mean. I called you 1,000,000 times, but you wouldn't pick up. And then when I went to check in on the courtroom, everyone had already left. Now who in the heck is this? Oh, let me guess. I'm supposed to know this girl too. Hey, good morning, Maggie. And good morning to you, Maya. So, how's it going? Is there a word for worse than abysmal? Oh? And what if I said that everything will be fine? That's right, it's Maya to the rescue with the ultra-decisive, super-important evidence. Here you are, Nick, the thing you wanted me to bring you. Huh? Oh, thanks. What the heck is this? A list? It has about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it. It was kind of tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt. It looks like these guys are up to no good. No good, as in... There's a group of con artists the police are currently investigating. I think these guys are members of that group. Why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this? Don't look at me! Where did you get this list from in the first place? What? Don't you remember, Nick? You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday. Oh, is, that right? These numbers were in the memory of that phone Maggie found. So that's where they're from. You're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never get to be a forgetful old prune like you. Maya, actually, Mr. Wright is... Mr. Wright, recess is now over. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately. Oh, oops, I guess you have to get going. We can talk about you being old later, Nick. Wish us luck! I guess I have all the pieces now, more or less. All that's left is to put it together. I'm not gonna lose this. I can't. Come on, Nick. Better get a move on. Yeah.
Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, if I may say a few words. What is it, Mr. Payne? It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I asked that the court might be a little lenient on. There is no need to give a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please. Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution calls his next witness. A drifter was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder. Please state your name for the court, witness.
Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something.
Huh? Oh, alright, go ahead.
Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who is taking a walk.
Did I?
But I will not stand for that. Now you've tinted the court's eyes and colored me wrongly. Sure, I suppose calling me a university steward, but everything in my life is about the utmost height of... I've been merely looking for the perfect top unbeatable university. I have rigorous selection progress.
Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I will be more careful from now on.
What is he? A human chatterbox? Ugh, I have to question him? Fashion, cars, women, glasses, and of course, university. First rates only need and fly. Glasses? But you aren't wearing glasses.
That's enough. Your name, witness.
Oh, is that how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down. I see how you work now. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Oh man, I forgive you. Alright, I suppose I can tell you my name. I am Richard Wellington, the drifting virtuoso, with a PhD in drifting, as it were. If you wanted to, you could call me a university student in transit.
Mr. Wellington, on the day of the murder, you were strolling through the park, correct?
It would appear that you are attached to that word. If you must, then by all means, yes. But I must tell you that I am no way a prepubescent boy out on a walk with mommy. If you must know, I am...
Anyway, please testify to the court what you saw during your walk through the park.
See, you said it again. Taking a walk. You know you...
What you witnessed will do, Mr. Wellington.
I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above, right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up, and there met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. The only thing I saw before the banana that fell with was the banana that fell with the police officer.
That was certainly a decisive testimony.
Decisive? Nick, did you just hear what he said? Yeah. That's all you have to say? How can you be so calm? It's strange. My mind is very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe in my client.
You mean Maggie?
Yeah. If she really is innocent, that can only mean one thing. That guy is lying.
You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright.
I'll find out the truth, no matter how well you craft your lies. Everyone's saying banana in chat. So, you were at the park all afternoon. You seem to have a lot of free time. That was very rude of you. But then again, what can I expect? That's what you get from a man who graduated from a no-name, trashy university.
No name? Trashy?
Now, this might be hard for a mush-headed, feeble-minded baboon like you, but I have to think very carefully about the future of our great country. But I thought you said you were thinking about which college to go to just now. Oh, please. Which university I go to will directly affect the very future in this country. Gosh, that little arrogant little snot. I don't remember the time all well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. How did you know what time it was? I see you're not wearing a watch, so... Is that the best you can do? Do you think you can discredit me like that? You're just a third-rate, biased fool. I guess I can't expect real smarts from you. Ugh, his arrogance is really intolerable. So, what should I do now? Answer the question. How did you know what time it was? I can't believe I have to deal with a worm like you. You're just a shallow man who can only slam on desks and point at people for fun. I guess I don't have a choice. I'll try to explain it so even a third-rate simpleton like you can understand. There was this little thing they called a clock at the park. Did you get that? Do you know what a clock is? It's a thing that tells you the time. As you can see, Mr. Wright, it's even in the picture of the crime scene. Oh, so it is. I looked at that clock, and that's how I knew at the time. But if you ask me, this whole concept of breaking the total nonsense, a real first-class person doesn't live by, and to wear a watch, what's a ridiculous notion? People can live freely without constraints. And yet again, another flood of meaningless words. Talk about a first-class waste of time. In any case... And how did you know he was the police officer? You obviously have no idea how powerful my deductive reasoning skills are. With one glance, I could tell just what kind of occupation he held. That shoddy do-it-yourself hairstyle practically said I'm a police officer. Oh, and I suppose it was also because he was wearing a police officer's uniform. Shouldn't that statement have come first? That's pretty impressive. Hey, Nick, do you think he's figured out what I do? Even I haven't figured that out yet. Are you sure you got a good look at her face? Animals have this thing called an eye, Mr. Wright. They use this eye to see things. In the case of humans, we have two of them. Yes, even you. I don't care if I have them or not. Did you or did you not get a clear look at her face?
That's what the witness was just about to get to. I would like to request that Mr. Wright not use such a loud voice during questioning. Sustained. Mr. Wright, please refrain from raising your voice in this court.
Then please don't make me have to raise my voice. Are you finished? I'd like to continue if that's alright with you. So you're sure you are not mistaken? Please, don't confuse your pitiful train wreck of a life with mine. I'm what you call a famous brand-named product, while you are only a cheap imitation. There is no way someone as magnificent as myself could have made a mistake.
Of course, of course.
Oh ho ho, of course.
Did you notice anything else of interest, witness?
The banana. Well, it was actually more than just one. More like a bunch of bananas. Now, what would a bunch of bananas be doing there? And why would I know such a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw. That's really strange. Maggie never mentioned anything about a bunch of bananas. That's it, Nick! He's gotta be lying about the bananas! He could be, but there's no reason for him to lie about there being bananas at the crime scene. And what if it's not a lie? Well, maybe he thought he was seeing one thing and it was something else. If he mistook something else for a bunch of bananas, then that would be an inaccuracy. Think, Phoenix, think. If my client is innocent, there's no way he could have seen what he says he did. Which means if we can somehow show he's lying... Yeah, that's exactly what we need to do. She's right. She's got a sharp mind, but I just wish I could remember who she is. Is everything okay, Nick? Well, Mr. Wellington, I believe I have the banana you saw right here. Ah, so you knew about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier? But don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me. And that's where you'd be wrong.
Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Isn't that the baseball glove?
Huh? What? A baseball glove? Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? That's not... No! Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness... By the way, just how bad are your eyes? Huh? Why are you asking me this all of a sudden?
Your Honor, it is a very simple mistake
To mistake up a glove for a bunch of bananas.
No, I don't think so.
You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. You're like those people who refuse to accept Galileo. You're too used to your worldviews for new possibilities. Sure, in the end, you might find out that the gloves are a banana. Bro, that's why I asked you how bad your eyesight is. They're both 2200. I suppose you're going to tell me that's terrible, right?
Why are you not wearing your glasses today, then?
That's because I lost them recently, you see. Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. But, you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so to replace them... How about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? How about it, witness? You are an unrelenting, evil man. You're like those people who rejected Joan of Arc at her death. She was brave and courageous, and while she didn't know anywhere, she was so gruesomely burned at the... Which boils down to you were not wearing your glasses at that time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness.
But the height difference was only 9 feet. It was very possible for Hayden to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path. Witness, please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, please continue with your testimony. Please tell the court what happened next in the moments after you witnessed the crime.
The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 p.m. when I made the call. They must have all had a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes.
So the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away.
Yes, that is correct. Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand that that girl is the murderer.
You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright.
She ran away just like that. Yes, she did. She saw me and flew like the nest like the guilty bird she is. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that pun too hard for someone to understand who only got a third-rate education? Actually, that did take me a few seconds to get. Anyway, if she ran away the instant she saw you, how could you tell it was my client?
The witness has already answered that question. He has stated that the defendant is the culprit. That is true. Mr. Wright, I'm striking your question from the record.
How can I get more information out of him? Immediately. As in immediately. I mean, sure, a minute might have elapsed before I did, but that's the duty of every good citizen. Or did they not teach you that at your pitiful school? You think people learn about how to call the police in college? Hey, Nick, I think you should take a look at the court record for a sec. How do you know what time it was? That detective told me. You know which one I mean. The one with the jacket that makes him look like a dropout from a no-name high school. Hey, pal! I graduated from a pretty good, I mean top-ranked college! I don't believe this. It doesn't matter. I don't believe I was mistaken on what time I was called. Or I called, rather. And if I am wrong, then the detective obviously doesn't know how to tell time. What? Why you? You're just some lousy kid who...
I think the court can see your point. Anyway, how did the police respond?
So you're saying the police were on the scene by 7 p.m.? They got there before that, I think. There usually aren't many people in that area at that time of day. But suddenly, before I knew, there were people crawling all over, gawking. It certainly says something about the morals of people in the country. I can't find anything out of the ordinary in his testimony. Why don't you take one more look at the court record? Yeah, I guess I should. Oh, wait. Not what I meant to do. Yeah, I'll take the L. Because I don't remember saving. I could save scum, but... eh. Something's fishy here. What? Oh, that's because the cops took the photo. Genius. Idiot. Idiot I am. Well, I am. Idiot he is. Where else have I seen a time? Oh. Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this?
You mean the victim's autopsy report?
According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m. So what of it? You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45 p.m. There's clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? Ah! I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap.
The witness was in shock after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected he would be a little dazed.
15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed.
Mr. Wellington.
Yes?
Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes?
Answer the question. Telephone. I mean... Spit it out. I was searching for a phone booth. A phone booth.
You mean you don't have a cell phone?
You and your questions, as if you're trying to open up all the layers of a matter, Yoshka doll. I don't know how to say that. You must think you're really something special. Witness? I lost my cell phone. There, are you happy? You lost it.
Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone. You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings.
What? Are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Haven't you ever heard that? So with that rationale, I don't think simple, plain people like you can understand.
Enough!
Oh man, oh man. Wait, hold on a sec. He lost his cell phone. Nick, that cell phone, could it be? You mean this phone Maggie found? There's no way. Oh, I didn't see this coming. What should I do now? Mr. Wellington, where's your cell phone right now? What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone, I'll have you know. See? Here it is. Oh, I see. Looks like he's got his phone. And I thought that this was just maybe this was his.
Well then, I think we've cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have a cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by his search for a phone booth.
Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that.
Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright?
I think there's something fishy about this. Your Honor, the witness's testimony doesn't make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. Yeah, how dare you?
You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, do you?
Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think.
Alright, let's have this proof then. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth.
Take that! It's very simple. This is the evidence that backs up my claim. Oh. I thought, like, my thinking was, like, he has Phoenix's cell phone right now. Take that! How about names list? Clearly, my thinking was not the game's thinking. I'm almost there. Oh shit, I accidentally presented that instead of checking, but apparently that was it. It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this.
At the crime scene photo? Is there a problem with it?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you. No! It's a phone booth! That's correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you? Ugh.
Order! Order! Well, what is reporting the crime a little late proof for the defense?
The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony.
Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness?
Then I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him, so there was no reason for him to kill him for it. And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway. But if he wasn't looking for his cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else. Was he?
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes?
There's only one possible explanation.
Alright, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. Please, think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Ugh. Probably shouldn't have said there was only one possibility. Mr. Wellington. What? Don't do that. You almost gave me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Where did you find... I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body?
Order! Order!
Now, wait a second. Hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dunstan Prittins grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize is that they were under the victim's body. And that is why it took him 15 minutes to make that call.
Mr. Wright, are you indicating that the witness has the real murderer?
Of course, that is precisely what I am doing. I know I'm right. He is the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out his cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyways, now is our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah! This is so exciting, watching me work again. Somehow my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for.
Order! Order! Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer.
Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer. Why, that's easy. For example, there's, the name the victim wrote. How about that?
Oh, you mean the name Maggie?
Yeah, even an idiot like you can read that, right? But we already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie, and the victim was left-handed.
In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal will use the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground.
But, wouldn't that mean the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would the victim know her name was Maggie, or Maggie?
That is a good point. The witness didn't even know of Miss Bird before this trial.
I forgot. Was there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? Didn't she tell him her name over the phone? It would be best if I could prove the witness had a chance to learn that the defendant's name was Maggie.
Now, will the defendant's please present its case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name?
Thanks, phone. Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you had lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? How did you?
Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with...
Overruled?
Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murderer?
I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park.
And?
She also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. Oh, we can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. That was when you learned that her name was Maggie. Yeah. But you made one fatal mistake.
Fatal mistake?
My client's name is Maggie, but the name that was written on the ground was Maggie. With a different spelling, of course. This was a mistake that could only occur if you all knew what her name sounded like.
Order! Order! But Your Honor, the witness had no motive. And your point is? It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone.
That is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive.
Mr. Wright,
Your Honor.
can you explain what motive this witness could have had?
It's very simple, Your Honor. Are you sure, Nick? If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right? Yeah, but...
Now then, please present this.
I think it's this. Mr. Wellington's motive is right here.
What is this? A list?
These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the ended found, and we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group. You looked up all those numbers? Of course. This list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The name and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artists group.
What? Con artist?
Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington? This is an outrage, an invasion of privacy. Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is worse than a crime of murder. You're one of those people. You're like the cops who raided the brilliant artist. They disrupted the genius who is... I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want for you is to tell us what this list is about. You think any of you know what it's like to be a refined man such as me?
Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have a number of a group of con artists on his phone?
Isn't that obvious? He's gotta be a victim of the group. Not victim, I mean member. Why would he be a victim or looking into the group? Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group. No! All your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look up these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill. No! This is too much!
That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain?
I got you now. The police officer.
Your Honor, what is it, Mr. Payne? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago. But please, let's think about the content of that phone call.
Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back.
The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Miss Bird to get his phone back. Why, then, would he need to kill anyone? That is a valid point. What does the defense think about this?
If you think about it logically, then it makes sense. Maybe we should be thinking outside the box. Yeah, if we think like that, let's see. Maybe that slime ball something at the crime scene that made him commit murder.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright?
Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner.
But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant?
I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there.
Well then, Mr. Wright. What was this something that the witness didn't agree with? Or didn't agree with the witness?
What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim.
The victim? You mean Dustin Prince?
Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform.
Oh!
The girl that picked up my phone was with the policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If I do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible they had already run a check on the phone.
And he went into a panic is what you're saying.
Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform.
Mr. Payne, do you have any comments? I'm thinking, it seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are...
What? Impressive. Not bad for a person with a third-rate education. What's that supposed to mean? The evidence. Evidence! That guy is really creeping me out. All you've been waving around is talking about that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number this, suspicious con group that. They're all on that phone. But who's to say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof? Your evidence? You want proof that this phone is yours? I already told you earlier. That phone I lost, I've already found it. You don't even have the slightest idea who the police phone in your hand belongs to. But you can be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton.
What?
It feels good to see you squirm.
We do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence.
Your Honor. Ugh, this is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. This cell phone. There has to be something I've overlooked. It's gotta be. This phone has the names and numbers of those in the con group in its memory. I can show them, Your Honor. I don't believe this. What are you talking about? What are we trying to determine who that phone belongs to? Who cares about the phone numbers are in it? Besides, who knows? Maybe you went and added some of those numbers in yourself.
The witness is quite right. I'm afraid I have to reject the defense's proposal.
That jerk is back to his arrogant, annoying self again. This cell phone. Must be something I overlooked.
I got it. We should check it for fingerprints. Fingerprints?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on the phone. Don't you remember? When you got that from Maggie, you wiped it off. I what? You said there was sand all over it, so... Wiped it? I wiped it? Pretty thoroughly, too. It's oh so much fun watching third-rate trash babble like morons amongst themselves. He's made a complete recovery. How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, don't you see? Oh, and incidentally, you can't check the numbers stored on this phone. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. You've got to be joking. He erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence. Mr. Wellington. What's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? Oh, you are too much. And of course, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh my god. Now I remember! So that's when. What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, we've worked so hard to get this far, but if you don't do something quick, he's gonna get off scot-free. I know this phone has to be his, but how am I supposed to prove something like that? Mr. Wright!
If you cannot prove who the owner of that phone is, your indictment has no basis and therefore no power. It looks like you came up a penny short.
Where did I go wrong? Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who am I?
The court hereby concludes this cross-examination.
If that'll be all, I'll have to bid you, gentlemen and ladies, farewell. I have a reservation at an ultra-fancy restaurant on the upper side of town.
Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit.
Oh, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go like that? I think I know how I can prove it, too. Please wait, Your Honor. All right, Nick. I think I might be able to prove it. Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything. Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to badger the witness with more inane questions. You will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright? Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Please, Your Honor. Very well, but this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court. I only get one shot at this. If you cannot prove everything, it's over. For your client and for you. Do you fully understand? Yes, Your Honor. I'm sure you are well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period has ended. Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence. Oh. Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance. It all comes down to this. It's go time. Why, thank you. How nice. Here, please have one of mine. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't the time to be exchanging business cards. Your Honor, there's something very important about that card. It's that... Phone number on the back. This card is important because of what is on the back. You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Huh? Right now? But court is still in session. It's okay. You'll see. Okay, if you say so. Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright? We're going to call my cell phone now, and then the court will see everything for what it is. Of all the idiotic, stupid things, too. What? Why is my phone... And what was this stupid-sounding ringtone? Mr. Wellington. How strange. I could almost swear that you're holding my phone. You're... No. It can't. By the way, before I forget, thank you so very much for the lump on my head this morning. I don't think I need to explain any further except to say... When you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. I'm not doing that. It was Steel Samurai. Apparently, since the time has passed, Nick is a huge Steel Samurai fan now. So that is what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He is a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. In order to hide his involvement with the con artist group, he has become paranoid and has lost all ability to make rational judgments. Then, Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding... It's Mr. Wellington's, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Never gonna be a bigger fan than Edgeworth, though. Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird... not guilty. That is all. The court is adjourned. I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. I am so moved for what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me. Huh? My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Your whole life? It can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old, I fell from the 6th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, never won or even tied at a game of tic-tac-toe. My life has really been nothing but a string of disasters. That is, pretty bad. Up until I went to college, I was known as the Goddess of Misfortune. And then, at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless? What's worse is that my misfortune always seemed to latch on to those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help. That's right, you were talking about this earlier. Happened again recently too, sir. was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand, and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. Oh. I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true! That glove doesn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything is all my fault. Dunston's death, your head being all messed up. Well, I don't think my head is all messed up yet. I'm going to find a new life for myself starting now. The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir. Yeah, after all, the Goddess of Misfortune is only a name. You bet, I'm gonna make it, I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess. Yeah, that's the spirit. Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks, you take care of yourselves too. What a horrible day. I've gotten my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office. I'm a little afraid to ask, but here goes. So this might sound bad, but, who are you? What? I thought you said you got your memory back. At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe? He's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases, but he's also been a good ally during others. The judge? He's a lovable, kind old man who is easily swayed by other people's opinions, but in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. This person, I haven't got a clue. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaking me for someone else? And this girl, Maya? You finally remembered! This is Maya Fey, my assistant! That's right, I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example, hey, Earth to Nick, what's wrong? You keep staring at me. Don't tell me you've missed me. Oh, well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Oh? Well, I'm back now, so it's time for us to create new memories together. Alright, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. I guess I have to start over from the very beginning. Come on, Nick, let's go to our usual burger joint. Okay. Actually, it hasn't even been that long since you came back into my life. And that story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. We finished episode 1. Brand new episode has been added. Now, question for all the big Ace Attorney fans in the crowd. How long is this next case? Like, on average, would you say? Because I didn't expect the first case to take almost 2 hours. That took a while. Don't remember. Alright. I'm gonna do something I never thought I'd do. I'm gonna look up a walkthrough. I've never done that before on stream. Let's see, case 2. It'll still take a while. Ooh. It looks like the second case is like 4 hours long. At least. Based on this one walkthrough. Careful you find a non-spoiler one. I'm not gonna watch it. I just wanted to be sure. It looks like a full going of the second episode is like 4 hours. It looks like another one. No, wait, that's for Apollo Justice. Yeah, I'm looking at video. I don't, like, I like this game. I don't think I like it enough to play until midnight. And I'd feel kind of bad to stopping in the middle of the case. I mean, I'm gonna have to do that eventually, but That's me vibrating. That's a vibration noise. Multiple cases in a row is long anyways. Yeah. There's gonna be longer cases. Let's save my brain and voice for now. I'm not done streaming, though, for sure. I'm not gonna start Coliseum tonight. But, I do have something Pokemon-related I can do for you. But, that was Ace Attorney. I'm actually gonna take a BRB, but I'm gonna play some Pokemon Showdown for you in a bit. I even started a music playlist, so we'll have some nice tunes to serenade us. All the tunes have been selected from games I've played. I didn't get to finish the playlist, but I knew I wanted to stream Showdown at some point. So I'm gonna stream some Showdown for you. Not Pokken Tournament. Pokemon Showdown, the Pokemon Battle Simulator. But I hope you all enjoyed Ace Attorney 2 for now. We'll probably be back with it. If I get back to daily, which I'm going to try for, we'll be back on Wednesday with Ace Attorney 2. But I'm gonna take a BRB. I'm gonna get some more water. Gonna grab a snack. You go grab a snack, get some water too. You're dehydrated. I'm demanding that you get water. I'll be right back.